Nobody would have thought that I would be the one. Rhyner, sports talk. Baseball, 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 baseball.
Oh, with the big mic. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Okay, now I get it.
We had a lightning strike, boys. What happened over there, Grego? We had a little lightning strike right outside the window.
All right. Here's a tip for all these Americano League teams.
Wait, you said tip?
Yeah, tip.
Okay.
With a P.
Keep jamming.
The ticket, colon, nothing but a big Gen X jerk-off session.
This is a cool night or what? Although somebody would hear that and go, bullshit.
I'm back, bitches.
Hello. She says talk, so we talk.
Speak.
Yes, speak. It is another episode of your Dark Companion, boys and girls. Yes. We're coming to you live in the late afternoon. There's a little bit of a change. Normally, up until now, we've been going a little earlier in the day, and I think that there's going to be an alteration in that. From henceforth, we will be going about this time if we can. Now, the if we can of it depends largely on who else is going to be on the other end of this thing. For instance, we've got another coming up this week, but the if we can on that day can't go at this time. So that'll be going at what time? At 1 o'clock.
Noon, actually.
Noon? Yes, noon.
The whole thing.
That'll be going at high noon. We'll be joined by Jesse Hawila, the weather guy on Channel 8, a frequent contributor to Little YDC. Now, see, that's the kind of genius I've been looking for from you.
That's why I haven't kicked me off the show yet.
It's masterful bon mots like that have put him where he is. Today, we come to you via the Miracle of Riverside, though. And look, I don't know what Riverside is. I just know that that's how we're doing this. Yeah, it's voodoo. And we're joined today by another second timer, a third timer. Is this the third timer? He says two.
I think it's a third.
All right. Great.
Like anyone can even know that.
He's a guy that I can't get enough of anyway. And if he wants to be on here 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, whatever, we will have him. He is the great Ralph Strangis.
Yeah, bestie.
And he joins us today via the Miracle of Riverside from his crib in California, right?
Yeah, Rancho Mirage, California, in the Coachella Valley, where today it's a balmy 113.
Whoa.
Outside.
But it's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat. Let me tell you about the most recent addition to the compound here. And when I tell you this, I want you to know it has changed my existence. I put a pool chiller in. That's right.
A pool chiller?
That's right. So when it's horribly hot like these days, it cools the water down about 15 degrees. So when it might be like bath watery now here, mine's a crisp 82, and it lets me use the pool. I haven't seen my first electric bill, which I'm thinking should be several $1,000s, but boy, it's a lot of fun now.
I'd say that's a bargain at twice the price.
I got to tell you, whatever it costs is what it costs. Otherwise, I don't go outside, right? And I've got, I'm doing this week, I'm putting Cool Deck on. You know about the Cool Deck, right? So it's a little nicer on your feet. And when you put your arm on when you're in the pool, if you put your arm on the deck or whatever. So it's going to be a light purple. My Cool Deck. It's going to be sort of with a Vikings logo someplace. How about that? What do you think about that? So
Well, I think that's pretty neat. But how does this cool deck work? What is it? Is it some kind of a spray or what?
It's a pale purple. Right here, my shorts. For those of you watching on through the miracle of Riverside.
What are you trying to show us?
The color. So this is kind of a purple here. Okay, it's a very light, faint purple, and that's what we're looking at.
That looks white to me.
Well, it's purple. It's a very light lavender. So what happens is the cool deck, it keeps it a little bit cooler, the temperature on the deck, and then they put texture on it, and they put a color on it so that you don't slip and slide and all that stuff. I needed to do some work to this place when I bought it a year ago, and I'm almost done with the outside stuff. So this is it. But that takes the back pool area out of commission for this week. So
how much did all that cost you?
I wait for my friends to ask me to be on their podcast. Is all I'm doing this week.
Well, that's good. That's a noble pursuit, I'd say.
I think so. Did the people know how it was that I was your guest today, and then not your guest today, and then now your guest today? Are we cool with this?
We might have overreached a little bit.
Yeah. So you want me to tell the story, group?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, because I haven't heard this story. I'm the last to know this shit.
You were on the text message.
So the Dallas Stars inducted me into their Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Let's go. Oh, wait.
Fantastic.
They announced that they're inducting me into their Hall of Fame, and that will occur in November. November 15th, 16th weekend, Joe Newendike and I are going in. So right after this, I'm assuming Groobs was so excited about his bestie going into the Dallas Stars Hall of Fame that he gets on the text. Hey, bestie, will you come on the show? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, the first opening we have is August 11th. And I'm thinking, well, the announcement was a few weeks ago. It's not going to be that sort of newsworthy, but okay, I'll come on with you. Sure. So what day was it, Groobs? Was it Friday or Saturday?
It was sometime last week. I'm trying to find the text
it was like Friday or Saturday. And he texts me and says, hey, Mark Cuban says he can come on the show on Monday the 11th. So, go screw yourself. I said, okay, fine. That's how we're doing it. And then he said,
just for the record, I can't tell you how many times Groups has told me to go screw myself.
Oh, I know. No, and
I'm
we
a
do it
violent
lovingly.
person.
We do it lovingly, so it's fine. But so I see that he sends me like 20 dates. Here, pick one of these. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through the calendar now. And I don't know where I'm going to be. And, I said, listen, when we get a little closer, why don't you text me and we'll do it then? He said, okay, closer to the date. Then, was it this morning or when did you text me?
Yesterday. Yesterday evening.
And said, Mr. Cuban is unable to attend. Oh. So now you want me. So he said, we'll triple the rate. I said, perfect. 3 times nothing is still nothing.
Wait a minute. We're tripling the rate for this?
As he said, 3 times nothing is still nothing.
For this.
Okay.
But no,
anyway, here I am. I'm happy to
I had
be here.
very little doubt that this is how this was going to go, whether it was on air or off air, whenever we got Ralphie back in, because admittedly, we probably overextended ourselves. First off, the way we book things, we typically do Mondays and Wednesdays, and that's it. We usually book stuff 2 or 3 months in advance, ideally, but usually at least a month ahead. Every date has been booked within a month out.
Yeah, we give everybody a good chance to cancel.
Right. And then we get opportunities every now and then. We try to fit stuff in. But yeah, but even booking Ralphie, I'm seeing July 23rd is when I texted him. That was the day that the Hall of Fame announcement was.
Okay.
And, I'm like, hey, any chance he can join us in person sometime to celebrate this? And you basically say, yeah, when I'm in town in November, I believe is when and I'll, I'm going to play both sides here. But, Ralphie says, okay, when we get to the ceremony, I'll join you in person. I was like, awesome, but maybe we can also get you on Zoom, sooner than that. And of course, that's when I throw out the dates. And he responded, God, you guys can't wait to get me on. Timely as F. So then what 2 weeks
I'm laughing
ago.
at my own joke, you know.
Hey,
And I haven't even smoked weed yet today. Think about that.
whatever.
Okay.
You've at least taken in some of the secondhand weed out on your pool deck.
Well, whatever the fumes are out there, yeah, man, they got a lot of,
No.
you know.
You're riding
looking
high,
at it
man.
right now, it's- no. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
go
He
ahead.
also said, like I said, talk to you then, and then you say, why not just wait till next summer then? And then I said something else, you know, just me trying to explain because I know that like it's not my favorite look of like, hey, we really want to have you on for this exciting news, and then how about a month later?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you're like, oh, or like fall of 2027, maybe. I got some openings. Then I say, so cocky now that you're a Hall of Famer.
Okay. But if
Wow,
you're
so
gonna
much
hang
talking.
if you're gonna hang a pitch on me, where do you think it's going?
Oh,
I'm
upper
serious.
deck.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not mad about it. But yeah, and then we get an opportunity to bring on Mr. Mark Cuban, who you may have heard of.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now listen, I
And-
would have dropped to you guys so fast if Cuban
Oh,
would have been on that
and
show.
see, that was my thinking too, is Bestie would understand if you got a chance to have Mark Cuban on your show and the only time was right now, you'd have hung up on us.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Ralph. Today, I have a product that's going to keep you cool in the summer.
Yeah.
Hey,
It'll be $15,000 for
$15,000
10%.
for a light purple cool deck that looks
Yeah. Same color as your legs or your
Rhyner
junk.
on this show now too, or is it just you and me? There
No,
it
this is your dark companion.
I'm
with
here. I'm
Bruce.
here. I'm picking my spots.
But anyway, so yeah, then I have to tuck my tail between my legs yesterday, like, hey, Bestie, Cuban can't do it now. Can you come back on?
How fast did I say yes? How
You
fast
said-
did I say-
You did say yes, but it was just sure, period. Like
No,
this was
here's
not
how
a
I mean, sure.
this was
Ready?
not a thrilled.
Are
You
ready?
thought you were going
Are
to get
ready?
hurt again.
Are you ready? Ask me
Yes.
here. Let's do it. Do it here. Read the text.
Okay.
Read the- okay.
Where to go? Bestie, Cuban had to cancel tomorrow. Would you be able to join YDC as originally scheduled at 3:00 your time?
Sure.
Mm. Right.
That's
No.
what I would expect from you.
Sure.
But that did feel like karma though. The whole situation where it's like we're asking a dude that just got inducted into a Hall of Fame. Hey,
is it
can you
gonna be
move because we got someone else? Even if it is Mark Cuban, and that's just such karma or whatever. Where it's like, hey, now do you want to come back on now that we can't get that guy?
Sure.
Sometimes things just work the way they're supposed to.
It was all meant to be, Bestie. Just like you and me, baby.
All right, now we're going to talk to you a lot about the Hall of Fame thing and everything, but I want to know this. How do people get by in that hot weather out there? And what's the difference between hot out there and hot here? Is it just a humidity thing?
Yeah, it's way better here, and I'll tell you why. Because without moisture in the air, you ask the guy tomorrow. What's his name? Jiggy or something? The weather guy?
Jesse.
The
Jesse
wheel
Wheel.
monster.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask Jesse about the difference between the humidity and the dry. Because in the shade, it is cooler. And at night, it's way cooler. And so, like, I remember going out in Dallas. I used to smoke cigarettes. And if I
Bestie.
go outside to have a cigarette at 11 o'clock at night, it felt like it was 3 p.m. and my balls were sweaty, right? Like, I mean, seriously, you can't like, it just drips, you know? And here, if I go outside like after the sun's down here, it's kind of nice. I mean, even 85 or 90 without the humidity is pretty nice, and we'll get a breeze and stuff. And, you know, I can sit out there for a little bit. I take a jacuzzi every morning, no matter how hot it is, because I take one step, it's off my bedroom, and I'm in it, and I don't feel any of the moisture in the air, so it just kind of feels like I'm sitting in the jacuzzi. So this has to be maybe one of your strongest content shows yet, I'm thinking.
Hey.
Yeah, but we're well on our way to a really good one.
This is why you're in the Hall of Fame.
Well, it's a Hall of Fame show. It's
Yeah.
the Hall of Fame show. Yeah.
Just a couple Hall of Famers and me.
That's quite a thing, you know, this Hall of Fame thing. on so many levels. I wish I could explain all of it to you. Maybe I will one of these days.
So did you think that you were going to make the Hall of Fame this year? I mean, what was your vibe? I mean, you probably knew that it was about time for you to be strongly considered. Did you have a pretty good vibe about this year?
No, I mean, look, it's been 10 years since I've been in there, you know? It's a long time. And in those 10 years, I've done a lot of different things, and I'm not, you know, for better and worse, I'm not that guy anymore. Like, I'm not the voice of the Dallas Stars anymore. And so I've had to kind of, like, I live a very different life. I live alone. I live in a small town. I don't see a lot of people. I kind of, you know, move in circles. They have no idea who I am. Not that I was anything amazing, but, you know, like they have just no idea about my history. And I don't volunteer it that much. I got a friend I play golf with all the time, Angelo, and Angelo likes to tell everybody because he's a hockey fan. And I say to Angelo on the golf course, don't tell anybody. I don't want to answer hockey questions for 4 hours, you know, like, so I'm kind of been like that. I've been at arm's length. Also, me and the Stars had a pretty acrimonious split. And over the years, we've sort of had our ups and downs as well. But Brad Alberts, the Stars president, has done a very nice job of reaching out to me and keeping me close and inviting me to games and talking to me and engaging me in conversation, asking me about different things about the franchise and what I might think about this or that. And this year at the playoff games, I sat with Brad in, I think, maybe 4 games in his suite, 2 against Colorado and 2 against Edmonton. And so it's like, the way I understand their hall, they have a builder category and they have a players category. So they induct one every year. Okay. So, and then there's the guys with their uniforms retired for the Dallas Stars are automatically in the hall. And the owners, the former owners of the Stars are automatically in the hall. So in the hall already are Norm Green, Tom Hicks, Mike Modano, Yuri Letman, Sergei Zubov, the 2 Minnesota guys whose numbers were retired, Neil Broughton, and it was retired in Dallas, and Bill Masterton. I'm sorry, Neil Broughton, Bill Masterton, and Bill Goldsworthy. Okay, all the Goldsworthy and Masterton numbers were retired in Minnesota. I believe that their families get invited to all of this stuff. I don't think they come to these. And the first 3 classes were a builder and a player. So the first year it was, and I went to that one. It's the only one I've been invited to. I got invited by Bob Gainey because Gainey went in. So I sat at one of Gainey's tables. And so it was Gainey and Hatch, Darian Hatcher. And that was a lot of fun. And at that night, Brad Alberts came to me and he said, one of these days you're going in. And I said, yeah, you know, when pigs fly. And, you know, and then the next year they put in Ken Hitchcock and Eddie Belfour. And I didn't get invited to that one. And Hitch, my golfing buddy, didn't even invite me to that one. And so I told him.
The hell?
I told him,
man.
That I'm telling the hard line and that he's going to lose major points with the hard line. The original, you know, I'm sorry. Rhines, you're the hard line. Okay. I love Bob Sturm. I like Corby. I'm okay with those guys. But you're the hard line. And so
I started it.
You're going to lose hard line.
I did do that. Hey, I did. I did.
He didn't seem to care. Yeah, I know you did. Oh, fuck, I know you did. And then let's see. So then, and Eddie didn't invite me. Although Eddie and I aren't that close, right? I mean, we're friends, but we're not that, like, he wouldn't invite me to that. And by the way, it's expensive to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I want to go down that one today, but
go for it.
So you got to buy tables, you got to buy extra tables. So I don't blame those guys for not, like, the count is really tight. You have to be, they're great about it. Robin Doherty there, Robin's the best, man. And she's helping me with all the logistics, and Joe Calvillo of the PR staff. I know you know Joe. They're helping me with all this stuff. But then the next year it was, it was Eddie and Hitch. And then the third year was Brendan Morrow and, what's the guy's? He was a
Jim
president
Lights.
there for a while. I'm sorry?
Jim Lights?
Lights?
You heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of them. Maybe.
All right, some serious
So
shit
anyway-
being done
So
here.
anyway,
Yeah, bits.
those guys went in, and I didn't get invited to that one either because I guarantee friggin' to you, Jim Lights is going to invite me, and Brendan Morrow again. Brendan Morrow had so many people there. I guess the count was so tight, and it was really tough. So it's tough, right? Because there's only a certain number of tables and places, and you want your friends to come and your family. So this year, I wasn't even thinking about it. I honestly wasn't thinking about it. I thought, someday maybe they want to put me in. I don't know. It's not something that's on my radar. It really wasn't, Rhines. I swear to you when I say this, like it really wasn't on my radar. And then one day I got a call from Brad Alberts, kind of out of the blue. And Brad said, we'd like to induct you into this year's Hall of Fame. And I said, absolutely, I'd love to do that. And I'll tell you, since he said that to me, it's been really cool. I think about it all the time. I write notes about my speech all the time. I got so many jokes I'm not going to be able to use, but they're so friggin' funny. Maybe I'll
Use them here.
Yeah.
Use them here.
They are
Mock joke?
so inappropriate and so bad. But I write them down anyway. I sit here and I write everything down. And like I haven't started to write the speech. I won't do that till about I guess probably 2 weeks out. I'll start formalizing that. But I got and I've invited my mother's still alive, right? She's 86. She's so excited. She got all her outfits picked out.
That's important to them.
It's important to an 86-year-old mother. Listen,
Yes,
I'm
it
happy.
is.
My father's gone, but my mother's still alive, and I'm really happy that she gets to see it along with, my daughter and my ex. Guess who's at my table?
Who?
Stephanie Strangis, your friend.
Yes, that's right.
Conspirator. Stephanie Strangis is at the table with me and my daughter Savannah and my brother and his wife and my mother and my sister and my nephew Sal, and it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a whole big weekend. They do a family dinner on the 14th where you just get to bring kind of your core family to Bob's Steak and Chop House. Me and Nui get to do that. And then there's the game on Saturday where me and Nui are going to drop the puck and do media and sweet hop, I guess. And then Sunday noon, I'm throwing a party to watch a Vikings game at noon someplace. I still got to find a room to do that. You guys know any places?
We can probably help you with
Yeah,
that.
we could probably hook you up.
Yeah, good. I need a place for Sunday afternoon football club, Vikings Bears at noon on November 16th. And then
if you can get us into your party.
listen,
Yeah, I mean, you should do it anyway because we're giving you an opportunity right here, right now, to workshop some of these jokes and see how they're going to go over.
I can't. Let me tell you, they're so good. But I'll tell you what, I promise you, here, when it's done, I promise you I'll come on and I will tell some of the jokes that I knew I couldn't get away with at the event. And I'll do it just for you guys. How do you like that, Ashley? Huh?
Yeah, Ashley.
Yeah, Ash.
Well, isn't she in charge? Or
Is anybody?
Would that be something you might be interested in? Yeah, but I guess, here's the other thing. I don't own a tie. I do not own a tie anymore. And,
God, really?
Yes.
Man, you're my hero.
Dude, I'm telling you, here, I'll tell you a secret, okay? This isn't on live or anything, is it? Lie to me.
No, we're not live.
We'll edit this out.
Nobody listens to this anyway.
Edit this out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear a tie. One way or the other, I'm not going to wear a tie. If I
My
go
man.
up with a tie on, I'll take it off during the speech. But because
Turtleneck?
you know who cares about this shit is people who wear ties. I don't
Yeah, that's right.
Even the NHLPA dress code now, you don't have to wear ties. So I'm going to lean on that. Tell you what else, my friend Tom Gallardi, the owner of the team, I don't think he likes to wear ties. So I'm in good company here. But
I can almost promise you without knowing Tom Gallardi at all.
Yes.
I don't think. Maybe we had him on the do we ever him
No.
on the,
We're not
You
opposed
should
to
have
it.
him on the
But
show.
I mean, on the radio. Did we ever have Tom Gallardi
Y'all
on the
would have
radio?
talked to him on the radio, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did a time or two.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, that is not a tie guy.
No, he's not a tie guy. I know he's not. I know he's not. And I'm like, Well, you got to wear a tie. But all the, the junior execies, they like that. They like,
Yeah.
oh, you got to wear a tie.
They're just trying to prop up Big Tie.
So, you know what they do? We get jackets, Ryan's.
Yeah.
Oh, you get jackets?
Oh.
Get Hall of Fame jackets. So they're going to send me the thing. There's a guy at, what's his name? They sent me the email yesterday or this morning. There's a guy at Neiman Marcus that has the measuring thing. I said, well, I can't go to Neiman Marcus in Dallas. If I'm not going to fly in there to do Rhyner's show, not flying all the way to Dallas to get measured for a Hall of Fame jacket. So they
are these jackets leather with a Stars logo on the back, or what?
No, yes, it's like the Michael Jackson jacket from Thriller, but it's green. It's a suit. It's a black jacket. It's a suit jacket or something. So it's me and.
Where's the green on it?
Got a patch on it, and I think the patch says, I think it's the Hall of Fame patch, and I think the crest is here. I did look at a picture, I just don't remember. But I'll put it in the closet, and I'll wear it every year when I come back. I guess I do get invited back every year, and I get a date every year. I guess I get a +1. So
hello,
we can rotate the staff here. Yeah. Every year. Yeah. Okay. Ryan can come the first year, then Groobs can come the second year, then Ashley can come. We'll just do that.
It's assumed that you would be next in line.
If you want to talk about pull that mic up.
I don't know what you guys do. So yeah, I mean, you have me on the show and stuff, but I got to tell you, I'm really thankful to Tom Gallardi and to Brad Alberts. I really care about the organization. That hasn't left me. I write Substack, and sometimes I'm critical of the league and of some of the policies, but it's because I care and I like it. I love the organization. I'm always trying to look out for the organization. I really am. And, to be able to be honored by them in this way after all these years, to get back up there. I even traded texts with Daryl Ray.
Whoa.
First time.
Now this is news.
In my life.
Was it just a wiener pick?
Was it what?
Just a wiener pick? Hey, check this out.
No, we've done
this is a Hall of Fame.
We've done that before. This is a real text with words on it.
See, Shuba, you're ruining everything.
So I texted him. Daryl's getting inducted as the Foster Hewitt recipient for the NHL's Hall of Fame. That's a big deal. So he goes in as a broadcaster for the NHL, I think a week before I go in with the Dallas Stars. So it's kind of a big week, big Ralph and Razor week, if you look at it that way. And, I told the Stars, I'll do anything, man. You want me to, jump on with Razor for 5 minutes? I'll do it. You want me to,
man, I'd love to see that.
Well, anything, I'm open, man. I'll do anything they want to do. I want to make this a super fun weekend for the fans. I guarantee you this: you'll never see a speech like this in your life. I just guarantee you. I will light that room on fire, man. It'll be fun.
I don't want to, be dismissive of anybody or anything, but the Ralph Razor days were really, really good ones. Just as far as watching hockey, and not only watching hockey, but teaching hockey to the fan base. Because, you guys, and I guess Mike Fornes was in there somewhere too, but you guys were the ones who taught these football-loving yahoos down here what hockey was all about.
Razor and I had a couple of really good things going for us. We had 3. We had Tom Hicks, okay, and an unlimited checkbook. We had a team on the rise where nobody else in the Metroplex was on the rise. Cowboys had finished their run. Mavericks and Rangers were forget about it. We had the stage to ourselves. And the third thing, the key to mine and Razor's success and the success of the franchise was the ticket. and I don't say that lightly, the ticket, we all grew up together, didn't we? The synergy between the Dallas Stars and Sports Radio 1310, the ticket, what Hitch did on your broadcast, to have Carlo on it, all those guys, you know, we had such fun in the charity challenge and all of those things. So we had this sort of groundswell of new and a great team, and you guys were new in town, and we all rode it together. And Daryl and I had Daryl and I were really helped by all of those things. And then Razor, I think, is still on in the mornings, right? With the Musers. Is he still doing
sir.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. So, you know,
but I don't know that.
Yeah, I kind of got left to BAP for a long time because we needed somebody over there. It was our flagship for all those years. And they were like, well, okay, Ralph, you're at WBAP, which I did, and I enjoyed it, and I liked those guys, but it wasn't you guys. It wasn't fun and crazy. And, you know, I mean, you know, I think I led into Rush Limbaugh or something. It wasn't.
Well, I mean, there's only one ticket, but if you got to be somewhere, WBAP is not a bad place.
Not a bad place. And I really, like I say, I love those guys over there. We had a good time, but, you know, but the ticket. So, yeah, thanks for saying that, Rhynes. I mean, I just did a piece in my Substack about changing boots and things like that. And I kind of said something about, you know, fans get over everything. You know, I did it for a while. I left and they liked the new guy. And then he left and they moved Razor over and they liked him. And then he left and they got Josh in there. And now they like them. You know, this is the progression of life. It's, you know, that it's all about change and fresh and turning it over. So
that's what it is.
Good job. Huh?
That's exactly what it is. You know,
exactly. Yeah,
I mean, I'm going through a lot of the same thing, you know. People come up to me and tell me they miss me. Well, I've been gone for like 5 or 6 years, and they've reworked the show, and they've gone on without me. You know, now I do this.
Move to Rancho Mirage. Nobody will know who the hell you are.
I'll fit right in there too, I'll bet.
Oh, you'll fit right in. You come over, sit on the pool deck with me on the cool deck. We'll get the pool chiller. We'll get a big. It
was like fun.
You know what I did? I bought a joint roller today. Well, you
make it part of your speech.
All right, you go get the joint roller, and while you do that, I'll do the mid-show read here. How about that?
Do the reads. I'm going to show you this. Go ahead. I'm going to unwrap it.
That actually works out.
Let me do the mid-show read, and we'll look at the joint roller right after this, Ralphie. Let's see here. What are we talking about here today? Oh, we're talking about this. We're talking about pain. You know, a lot of guys are out there roaming through this world, and they're in pain, and they hurt all the time, and they're not sure what it is, why it is, where it's coming from, or anything like that. They just know that they would like to free themselves from pain and anxiety and maybe sleep again. Because, you know, if you're hurting, you can't sleep. That's the worst thing about it. What if I told you that you could get around all that? And what if you could do it naturally? Well, the CBD House of Healing can help you out with this. They are a women-owned CBD boutique. They would like to help. They can help. They carry only products from their lab made to meet the highest quality and purity standards you can find. Their owner, who is also an RN, emphasizes building trusted relationships through education. She doesn't just get you in there and listen to a little bit of what you have to say and take you over to the counter, give you something, take your money and get you out of the store. No, she tells you what the problem, what she can do for whatever your problem is. She will give you the right thing to take care of it. And I guess what I'm saying is she will give a damn about the whole thing. She will give you the knowledge to care for yourself. That's their ultimate goal. That's what they're all about. That's what they want to do. Find your relief from the aches and pains, the emotional stress and drain, and sleep again. CBDDallas.com is where you will find them on the internet. They're at 8550 Plano Road, Suite 101 in Dallas. That's in the northeast quadrant of that burgeoning intersection of Northwest Highway and Plano Road. Begin your healing at the House of Healing. I got one more here.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Okay. Maybe you've heard of this thing we do around here called the OG. Well, the OG is back Thursday, the 14th of August. Grego, Shoopy, and me together again in studio at a new time, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll still be talking sports and only sports and sharing our hardline positions on all the teams, players, coaches, and ownership around here. And this week, we also have a little announcement. So join us live on Patreon, 5 o'clock this Thursday for the OG. Another episode of the OG with Grego, Shoopy, and me. Is that it?
Nailed it.
All right. Excellent. There we go. All right. Back to Ralphie. Ralphie, you still with us there?
I am. Where am I gonna go? I don't have a pool I can jump into. It's all covered up. It's 100.
Well, I don't know. You might go out for a little walk. Who knows?
Yeah, you picked up your joint roller. We thought we might lose you.
113. See that?
Wow. Wow. That is serious.
Yeah, here's
But
this
it's
week. Where does it say?
But it's a dry heat.
But it's a dry heat. End of the week, when everything's done, it's going to be 98, 99. And let me tell you, 98 here feels like 60. No, not really. You remember these things, Rhines?
What things?
The rollers?
Oh, yeah. I do.
He perked up.
So here's my, I don't roll. The pre-rolls are so good. Like I don't roll, but I got people give me flour and stuff sometimes. So I got this. Listen to this now. Let me tell you about this machine quickly. You are now the proud owner of a truly unique rolling machine. This roller was not made in China. So it's not something Donald Trump ordered and is not conventional plastic. Sure, others may look similar, but after a month, you're left holding a broken mess of parts. Our rollers typically last a lifetime. How's that for a big day for me? Huh?
That's kick-ass. That is a kick-ass roller.
Yeah, I roll tobacco in it. Isn't that what?
Well, rolling's rolling, you know?
Listen,
no matter what you're rolling.
They want to pump you full. You know, the docs will pump you full of narcotics and Xanax and all that other stuff, man. Forget about it. I had all that. I had surgeries and cancer and things a few years ago, and I just said, I'm not going down Narc Alley. And that's when I kind of got serious about this stuff. So it's good. Anyway.
Well, like I said a minute ago in the spot, there was a time when I was going through a very painful situation myself, and I did what I just talked about. I went out there to the CBD House of Healing, and they gave me stuff that took care of it.
Yes.
And it worked.
Yes.
And I'm a big believer now.
My Aunt Rita, who was, a very sort of conservative person about stuff, some things, wouldn't touch marijuana until about the last 2 years of her life, and it helped her a lot. And, she kind of got turned around on it because, it helped and it worked.
Yeah, that'll happen.
All right. So what are we going to talk about now?
Well, what I want to talk to you about is something that I've always wondered about. And
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I know you did.
Okay.
That is the Stars' final days in Minnesota.
Yeah.
When do you recall when somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, man, did you hear?"
Yeah.
And you probably said, "What? Hear what? We're moving. The team's moving to Dallas." Do you remember when that was?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Geez, this is it's a crazy story, right? And
I like crazy stories.
The other guy you have to talk to about this seriously is, what was his name again? He went in with Brendan Morrow last year, Groobs.
Jim Lights, I believe.
Right. Talk to Jim Lights about. I'm serious. Lights knows a lot about this story because it's interesting. So Norm Green gets to Minnesota in 1990. He gets there with not very deep pockets, but he has the same view as everyone. How the hell can you not make an NHL team work in Minnesota, right? And then that first year we go to the Stanley Cup final and we get beat by the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I think we're still the only team in NHL history to lose season ticket holders after going to a Stanley Cup final. That first year, the opening night in Minnesota in 1990, Norm's first year, my first year, Bob Gainey's first year, we had 4,500 people in for opening night. Think about that. 4,500 people in a 17,000 seat, 18,000 seat hall in the state of hockey. So Norm goes through this for a few years, for a couple of years, and he thinks, I don't know, man, they won't give me a new building. I can't get into this retail development. That the Met Center was on the same property as the Mall of America was built. Okay. So the building that the North Stars played in, the Met Center, and next to it for many years, Metropolitan Stadium. Did you ever get to Metropolitan Stadium to see the Twins or Vikings play, Rhynes?
I did not.
Okay. So it was out in the middle of nowhere. It was a southern suburb, Bloomington, at a time when expansion in the Twin Cities was kind of moving north. Everybody's kids played hockey in Minnesota, as you might imagine. And so on a Tuesday night for the northern suburbs to decide they want to drive an hour in the snow to go pay whatever it was to see an NHL game in Bloomington when they had their kids playing, at the local rec hall.
Yeah.
It was hard to draw people. It was hard to draw. And the North Stars also didn't do a great job of aligning themselves with the other hockey products in the state, which the Wild have done beautifully, right? So anyway, Norm also was having a bit of a personal legal issue with with someone who worked with the Stars, and we knew that he was not happy about anything that was going on in Minnesota. He wanted to have. I did the video for it. We had a plan to make a connecting mall between the Met Center and the Mall of America, and Norm wanted to develop the mall. And the Metropolitan Sports Facilities Commission, City of Bloomington, all went, no, we're not going to do that. Well, we want you to help us with building improvements. No, we're not going to do that. Well, we want to maybe build a new arena or go downtown to the Target Center in Minneapolis. No, we're not going to let you do that. So Norm starts going, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I don't know how much longer. He put a new scoreboard in with his own money. He redid all the seats with his own money. He liked ice cubes in the urinal. He did. This was a thing. Norm Green put ice cubes. Have you ever been in any of these places with ice cubes in the urinal?
It is nice to have a cold.
I have experienced this.
Oh yeah, and when it drops in, it's like this nice, comfortable, cold thing to rest it in, right? So. Isn't that where you were going with that, Grooves? So
I was joking about drinking out of it.
Oh, okay.
Either way, yours is better though. You're the comedian. You're the Hall of Famer.
I'm the Hall of Famer. I'm the future Hall of Famer. I'm targeted.
You're a Hall of Famer in my heart.
Thank you. You too, Grooves.
Whatever.
So anyway, so he had done all this stuff. He thought, and then all of a sudden we could hear that he was actively looking for something. This is where you might want to call Jim Lights about too, because.
Who?
The story, as I understand it, was he's out. That's it. I'm not staying in Minnesota anymore. And the league said, well, you got to find a spot, and you got to find a spot to land fast. So he thinks he has a deal in Anaheim. And we're going to be the Anaheim Stars. No kidding. And he had asked the league, I don't know if it was before or after this meeting, but he goes to the meeting and they say, well, you know what? Disney wants a team in Anaheim. So we can't give you Anaheim. So he says, well, I need somebody to help me. He liked Jim Lights from one of these committees at the NHL. And he said, can Jim Lights help me find a place? Somehow they got connected. So then they start.
Now, what was Jim Lights doing at this time?
Well, he was working for the Detroit Red Wings. But I don't exactly remember how he was. He might have been out of Detroit by then or something. But, and then because he came to us in, I want to say it was shortly after I got there, like September, October of that first year, 93, 94. I had already been there. And then Jim and Jeff Kogan came in like September or something. So now they go, well, we got Wayne Huizenga. He said, well, we're going to go to Florida. We're going to be the Florida Stars. Well, no, the league says Wayne Huizenga from Blockbuster wants a team in Florida. We want Wayne Huizenga to do it. He said, they said, I tell you what, though, you can find a place to land. We'll waive the relo fee. That's my memory. I don't think they charged him. I think it was 50 at the time, 50 million. I think I don't know what it is now, $500 million or something or more. But we'll waive the relo fee, and but you got to get it done. So I think maybe that's when lights came in. Anyway, they're scouring. They go to Houston. They go to Indianapolis. And then Norm remembers he knew Roger Staubach. And he knew Roger Staubach from another board they were on or something. He calls Roger and he said, I don't know, what do you think about Dallas? He said, I can get you a meeting with the mayor. So he got Norm a meeting with Bartlett. Wasn't that his name?
Yeah, Steve Bartlett.
Steve Bartlett, yeah. So he gets him a meeting with Bartlett. Bartlett says, well, I don't know. Carter's got eminent domain here with the Mavericks. He's got to say okay. So Carter said, I'm not going to be the reason they don't come here. Come on, guys. Bring the hockey team here. And I think Mr. Carter has a ring from the Stanley Cup in 1999, if I remember that correctly. But he was always a fan and a supporter. So everybody says, okay. So now we're back in Minnesota. If you look at, hey, Groobs or Ashley, if you guys can look up quickly, Stars 92-93 in Minnesota, the game by games. If you look about 6 weeks before the season ended, you'll see, we're kind of hanging around, and then all of a sudden you see L, tie, win, L. Like these guys that was it. Everybody gave up at once, right? So I started hearing the rumors from the hockey side, like from the players and that they had kind of heard of it. They got wind of it. And so then it was trying to figure out who was with who. So Norm had two operations going at once. He had the Minnesota North Stars in Minnesota where he was gone. Physically, he had checked out. He wasn't there. And two guys, John Thomas and Pat Forcia, who lived a very colorful life. Someday you might want to Google Pat Forcia. I promise it's entertaining. Those two were the executives, and they were running it. And then Norm he had a lawyer named Brian. I won't remember his name, Brian something. And it was hard to get information. We had all kinds of people in the office thought they were going down to Dallas. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I knew Norm kind of liked me. So I heard we were going to go. I heard it was coming. And then I heard, yep, that's it. We announced it, I think, right about a month before the end of the regular season. And the last month of the regular season was a shit show. And fans were all of a sudden, oh, you can't move. We love you. Yeah. Did you buy any tickets?
Yeah, well, where you been?
Did you spend any money on advertising? Did you, we could, no local buyer in Minneapolis wanted anything to do with that team or the Twin Cities. We couldn't sell. So that an out-of-state mall developer from Calgary gets it. He didn't have any allegiances to the area. So we knew we were gone. So, okay. So he hired a guy named Bill Strong as the first president of the Dallas Stars. Thank God that lasted only briefly. And, but Strong was around a long time. He was like a cockroach at the end of the Holocaust. Like he was, they put him, he's a sales guy. They always put sales guys in charge of broadcast. Like, what the, so I got to talk to this sales guy. You know what he gave us one year for Christmas? This is true. Our Christmas gift from the Dallas Stars from my boss that first year was a handful of expired Blockbuster video coupons. He said, just scratch out the date and write in a different date. That's what he got us. I also had it in my Minnesota contract that when that guy retired there, Al Shaver, and he did, it was my play-by-play job. Well, Bill Strong wasn't so keen on enforcing any of that, and I had a year left on my deal. And he hired Mike Fornes without telling anybody. So I
not
called
even
Norm.
you. He didn't even tell you that.
No, I got Norm on the phone. Or no, first I got Bill on the phone. Bill, he says, "Well, you can come, but for half your salary." And I go, "What?" What? I mean, I was making like 40 grand. I go, "What?" And so then talked to my dad. He said, "Find Norm. Get Norm on the phone." So I found Norm. And it was in the days when, didn't have cell phones. We were, it wasn't a thing really. It was hard to look people up, but I found him. I got him. I got him at his home, wherever he was in the summer. I was at my uncle's house. I'll never forget the call. And I called Norm and I said, "Look," I said, you got a lot going on down there. I said, "But I'm your play-by-play guy." He said, "No, that's already been settled. I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about that. I said, look, Norm, I got a year left on my deal. I think I can help you. I think I can help you a lot down there. I was a young, energetic guy. You know, I was Ralph, you know, full of piss and vinegar and so on. And I said, but if you don't want me there, tell me right now, and let's work something out, because I don't want to be I don't want to be the guy down there that didn't get the job or whatever. He goes, the guy said, I don't need an extension. I just, on your say so. If you tell me to come, I'll come. And he said, I think you'll be great with us. I want you to come down. And so it was Norm Green who got me to Texas. That was it. And without Norm Green, I would not have been in Texas. There's no chance. So I got there and I had to work for Strong for I don't know how many years, but you know, we worked around him. When Razor got there, it was easier.
Was there any kind of blowback from Strong once Norm told you that he wanted you there?
No. I mean, Bill was I think a lot of it too was the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing a lot of times, I mean, I think maybe he didn't know and he didn't want to know. And then I kind of popped up and he's like, oh shoot, what do we do now? And so I came down and I was a good soldier. I was a horrible analyst, but a good soldier. And I did a couple of years with Mike Forens, and then Mike moved on and they moved me over, and then they said, find us an analyst. So I called up some guys I knew. I called Darren Pang. I called Rob Ramage. I called, who else would have been working then? Billy Jaffe. There were about 4 or 5 guys. Doug Armstrong came to my office one day, and he said, not my office, I didn't have an office. Came down the thing. He said, hey, I just played golf with this guy in Kalamazoo. He's pretty funny. And he said, do you know Darryl Ray? And I said, I don't know him. I know of him. Sure. I've met him maybe once or twice in Hartford. He was working for the Hartford Whalers. He and John Forsland were on-air partners in Hartford. And so I called Razor and I said, send me your tape. He sent me his tape. Within 2 minutes, I walked into Lights' office the next day and I handed him the tape. I said, that's our guy. I said, it's not even close. I said, he's going to be so good here. I knew he was going to be good. And he has been. He's been great, right? And but you have to sort of, and I write about this a lot, like at the team level, there are no broadcast people in broadcast very often, right? Yeah. They have a salesperson or a marketing person, or know this at the radio station. They don't know anything about what we do. They have no idea what we do. They can't talk to us. They can't manage us very well. We're not manageable people. We're hard people to manage, right? Yeah, you're nodding. See, we're as tough as they friggin' come. Like, I would hate to be my boss. I would hate it, right? And
I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't be my boss.
No, oh God, horrible, right? Horrible. That's why I don't work with I can't be in an office. I can't be around corporate types. I start sweating. I
think it's the ties.
It's the ties.
Yeah.
It's the ties, Groovy.
I'm telling you, Ralphie.
It is. So anyway, we got through this and we all started to get along, but clearly when you have got people who don't understand sort of the business, but the reason we had a simulcast was because of money. We didn't have the money to hire. We had to buy our way onto the air.
Mm-hmm.
We had no rights fees. We had to buy our way onto the air. I don't remember the deal we made with the ticket. I think it was a straight barter deal, even maybe
That's what I always heard.
Yeah. I mean, you might know this because you guys didn't have rights money, I don't think, although we would have been pretty cheap.
We probably had it, but the ticket was not inclined to spend money on something like that.
Oh, no, they don't. The ticket throws money around like manhole covers, right? I mean, I'd go in there. Oh, we don't even talk about that. But, we'll pay $8 an hour to host. What? What? I make more at McDonald's. We'll go to McDonald's. Okay, I got it. But that's kind of how this is. So it was very hard. Like for the people in Minnesota, they blame Norm Green. I blame the hockey department and the business side of the previous 10 years for drafting shitty, for not paying attention. The owners were absentee owners. They lived in Cleveland. My father represented them for a while, the Gunn brothers, George and Gordon Gunn. Now, at the end of this deal, let me tell you about this deal, too. So the Gunns are trying to find a buyer for the North Stars in 1990.
Didn't they have the Cavaliers for a while, too?
Yes, they did. Yeah. Yep. And the
Yeah.
Cleveland Barons. Yep.
Yeah.
No, George and Gordon Gunn. George was blind and used to sit at the top of the building and listen on his headphones to Al Shaver. And I always enjoyed that story, right? And I got a very nice letter from Gordon after I moved to after I started working for the Dallas Stars. He knew my father. Of course, my dad knew those guys. I couldn't get a job. When the Guns sold the team, then I finally was able to get a job, right? With Norm Green didn't know anybody, so that helped me. But the NHL said this, because the Guns wanted 10,000 season ticket holders in Minnesota. They were going to move the team. Norm Green came in and said, we'll take it. And the league said to the Guns, look, we'll give you the next expansion franchise and we'll allow you to pilfer the roster of the Minnesota North Stars. The Guns were awarded the San Jose Sharks in 1991, and they took about our entire minor league roster, and they got to select like 6 players. It's never happened before or since, an NHL dispersal draft. And it was kind of right about the time before Gary Bettman came to power, and Bettman shut that bullshit down.
Yeah.
So we got crushed on that deal. So it was a very confusing time, and the people in Minnesota are still mad at Norm Green, and they're probably still mad at me. So
was it like a sad day among the staff when the word came out that we're moving to Dallas?
Yeah, I mean, the people in the building were like, a lot of people thought they were going. Yeah, like, oh no, I've been told I'm going to go, and they only brought one broadcaster, me. They brought nobody else from the broadcast side. I'll tell you another story. So we had archived all the Minnesota North Stars radio stuff. Somebody at the station was so mad that they bulk erased all of it with the zzz. They erased all the Al Shaver stuff from the Minnesota North Stars. 26 years of radio tapes of Minnesota North Stars hockey got erased because they were mad at us for leaving. So none of that stuff exists. Very little of it.
Wow.
Yeah. It was hard, man. And we had my friend Mark Barabo and I, the trainer, the head equipment manager at the time, we made T-shirts, Thanks Minnesota, with all the guys' signatures on it, And we sold, I don't know, we sold 500 of them or 1,000 of them or something out in the parking lot. And we didn't sell them for much. We just wanted to do that, like we thought that might be a nice thing. I don't know. I don't have one of those T-shirts anymore. It was sad. It was really sad because it was the team I grew up with. And then to sort of bring this full circle, the only remnants left in that Dallas Stars organization officially now are, Neil Broughton, the two retired jerseys guys, Norm Green, and now me going into the Hall of Fame, right? I was the OG Stars fan. I started going to games when I'm 6 years old. Like I've been a fan of this franchise since the beginning. And then I worked for them for 3 years in Minnesota. And then I came to Dallas. And, so for me to go in is to represent my home state, to represent the Minnesota North Stars franchise in this is pretty cool and pretty overwhelming when I think about it.
Yeah.
Because it is down to just a few of us. So
it's really cool.
I'm sorry.
It's really cool. You were to be congratulated, man.
Thank you. Well, I'm sorry I'm not a very good guest. I don't talk much, but I might be the worst guest, right? Because he just doesn't stop talking.
Look, I look for guys who have stories.
I got stories.
I want stories. We got to have stories.
They all have the added advantage of being true.
And you got stories, man.
I got stories that I can't tell.
I know.
But I sure wish I could, man. I got to tell you, I sure wish I could.
Well, this is just a little podcast. Nobody's listening,
Well, that's what I think.
It's not like we're going over the air or anything like that.
Dude, look, so I've got this weekly podcast. I always say this. When I'm a kid, I did pretend TV shows in the basement on the couch, right? I made scores for the NFL on Sundays. I do an NFL Today studio down in the basement. And I put the scores up on this bulletin board and I wrote the teams out and all of that stuff. And now I'm doing a pretend TV show in my living room now. And so after 60 years, I've made no progress.
That's kind of the way I look at it too.
Right back to
I'm doing a pretend TV show or
Yeah.
radio show or something
Yeah.
in here. I don't know what it is, but it's pretend.
It is pretend.
You know,
It's fun, right? Like I really enjoy it, Rhines. I mean, I get excited to go on the air again, and it's I like to express myself, and you do too. I don't know what the hell we do, right? What are we gonna do? Watch the guys put cool deck on our swimming pool, or seriously, like,
not me, man.
I gotta do this. I gotta write. I gotta be.
Yeah, I guess I do too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd been retired and not doing anything for a few years. I had a podcast originally, right after I stepped away from it, but that was at a place where they didn't know what to do with it, and it just kind of went kaput. And here I am again. I can't quit, man.
No, what are we gonna do? Like,
I don't know.
yeah, I can't. I mean, I have my assistant who's a really sweet young person, and she comes over once a week, and I really look, and we do a show in a day. We do our Riverside, we do those, and then we edit it in, and then we have the Ralph Cast, the podcast, the TV show is what I call it, and we do it. We put a 30-minute show together every week, and we edit it, we post it, we put graphics and photos and videos and all kinds of stuff on the Ralph Cast, the podcast, the TV, and YouTube, Substack, Ralph Stack, and Twitter at Ralph Strangis, and the Instagram, I forget, Senseless Ralph, I think. But anyway, I got to do something, man. I got to do something. I'm not going to stop. And
I follow you on the Substack. That's where I get you, on the Substack.
Thank you very much. I like the Substack. I enjoy writing, and these days you don't have to work for a station, as you know. We're not working for anybody. We're
no.
horrible.
That's the beauty of it.
Why would we work for anybody, Rhines? We are.
I don't know.
Oh my God, I'm the worst. I know that. Jesus. Anybody had to deal with me as an employee, because I know what I know, and they don't. They don't know anything about what I do. They don't have any idea what I do. They see me on TV and go, well, he must be doing his job. And then they bring you in and they say, we didn't like, and I'm, oh, stop it. Just stop. Just don't, like, if you hadn't sat in the chair, I don't want to hear what you got.
Yeah. They found me very difficult to deal with in that way too. I was not always really accepting of constructive criticism.
No, that's not us. Look, huh? Let me ask you this, Groups, Mike.
What?
Who's easy to work with at the ticket? Anybody?
Honestly, most everybody, at least in my experience, I get along with everybody, as you know.
Not Ryan.
I'm everybody's friend.
No.
Oh, he was easy.
We're all. Let me tell you something. I'm betting.
There's been too many fights related to ticket people lately. I have no interest.
We're all tough to deal with because we want it good. We want it right. We
know
what we're, and that's,
I can work under those conditions. Yeah,
that's it. We know how it's supposed to be, and that's how we want it.
That's how we want
it. Is that really that hard?
No, we have I used to say this. I had a boss one time told me this. He said, "Always say, don't we do this for a living?" Like I say this, like, don't we do this for a living? Why can't I get the proper audio mix in my headset? Why is it that this doesn't work? Why is it? I mean, I'm here. I showed up. I got all my shit ready. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Some things just can't be answered.
Nope.
There are certain metaphysical questions that just have no answer, Ralphie.
We can endeavor to persevere, Michael. We can endeavor to persevere.
We can, and we will.
By the way, Bestie, I've looked up the game log from Minnesota's last season.
You could see it, couldn't you?
I was going to say, my guess would be somewhere around the 56 game mark is when they were told, because that was a win. And from games 58 to apparently 84.
Oh, we had 84. Yeah, they're going back to 84.
Okay, is that accurate? Okay. 7 losses and 3 ties. Or sorry, 7 wins, 3 ties. Everything else a loss out of nearly 30 games.
Yeah.
After finding out.
Oh,
that was about mid-February.
The give a shit meter was at 0 for those last like 35 games.
You can tell.
Oh my God. And, and everybody was trying to, wrangle and dangle. And so I got there first. I got there. I was one of the first guys in on Memorial Day weekend. My brother and I drove down, and then I started I'd go to churches and Lions clubs and Rotary clubs. And I made a video and I took a stick and a puck with me. That's true. And I hit so many of those damn things. Here's one. I took Mike Madonna with me to Target one day. They had some sort of a promotion, and Mike Madonna was coming to sign autographs. And I mean, there was nobody there. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew, nobody knew who he was. I know nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew who Mike Madonna was. And the woman at the Target turned to Mo and says, we could put Target furniture in your entire condo, and we would like to do that for you.
Mm.
And Mo's trying to be real nice, and I go, "Are you kidding me? No, you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that."
Did you take it?
I'm going to say this. It's not going to go with the rest of your, young hot shot look. So, but nobody knew who we were. Nobody. And it was starting from 0. And just a handful of us came down. I'm one of the few that didn't work for the hockey department. Who else? There was one sales guy and a couple of sales people, but that was it. I was the only guy.
Wow.
Yeah, Gainey kept his crew together, right? Because Bob would. But the rest of us, it was tough. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky.
What did Gainey think about the idea of coming to Dallas?
What did I think?
No, what did Bob think? Bob Gainey think?
I think if I'm remembering right, we all kind of looked at it I looked at it it doesn't matter what I think. This is where the job is. And I think I'm just going to guess that for Bob, it was the next job. It was the next place. I mean, he came to us from Epinal, the Écureuils, the Squirrels, in a small town in France. He was the GM, the coach, the bus driver, and the Zamboni guy for the Epinal team in France as he tried to kind of move into coaching in a very small village. And then he came to 4 stars. Yeah, ask him about that sometime, Epinal. And then I'm assuming Dallas was just the next stop on the tour, right? For him. I mean, that's how we are. We're gypsies. Whatever's the next place is, man, we're there. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ralphie, you're a trip, man. You're a trip as always. Thank you for doing this once again.
Anytime.
You will be a frequent guest on YDC. I can tell you that.
Well, you always
We'll
say
get you a
that,
jacket.
and then Groobs has to execute, and you got to get me in around my Mark Cuban dates and stuff. So.
Yeah, well, that's a Groobs thing there.
I'll stay with my bestie on that one. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right, baby. Yeah.
You still love me.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Smooch.
All right, there he is, the great Ralph Strangis with us on Your Dark Companion
Hey,
once
Ralphie.
again today. Let's see.
Oh God.
thanks, Ashley.
I gotta.
What? Do we have
Oh, I can do it. I think.
what do we?
Oh yeah, I did. All right, here. We don't have enough cable here.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Things are happening.
Yeah, things are happening. We're very, very organized around here. If you watch this thing at
Sounds like my
all, you already
operation.
know that. Yeah. All right, now I'm told to slow down because we're about to get to okay. Okay. Here in 3, 2, 1. Thursday, the 28th of August, is Rough Riders Fantasy Football Draft Night. And we in the whole Sunset Lounge gang will be holding our draft party. You can catch our draft live at 3:30 and then come on out to the game. Use our special code, Let's Ride 25. Let's Ride 25 and get a ticket preloaded with $6, good toward your first Thursday drink or at concessions. And remember, every Thursday, the Lazy River is 21 and up. So you got to get in that lazy river. You can find all episodes on our Patreon page. You can also find us on YouTube, Spotify. Follow us, share us on your social media. That means everything to those of us who swim in the waters of the podcast. And while we're at it, if you're feeling what we're throwing down, how about a nice review? If you're by the channel on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can help others find us by leaving a review. What? What's so funny?
Oh, okay. Wait,
He should be rolling.
it's in this groove here. Hang on.
Yeah, torch that Buell, bro. All right. Thank you, Ralphie. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Becca. Thank you, Shoopy. That'll do it for us today.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you, bestie.
Love you.
All right. I'm gonna go take my pants off.
Your Dark Companion is a Stolen Water Media presentation.